movie notes on Die Another Day. 2002 film, 11 April 2025 viewing. And here I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, talk through my movie notes for my Friday, 11 April 2025 viewing of the 2002 film Die Another Day, which is a fiction film about a special agent type 007 named James Bond in his mission to halt the actions of certain weapons dealers, which takes him on a path that includes multiple confrontations with clean energy businessman Gustav Graves. It's a recycled plot line, you know, the clean energy businessman. He's been used for like 1800s. It's now the 21st century, at least. So, Samuel. For that particular angle, though I find Gustav Graves to be a particularly attractive villain. Bad guy Gustav Graves reminds me in appearance of Karsten Warholm. Both have soothing voices per my taste as well. So this is one I do enjoy watching. I enjoy Gustav Graves is a villain and Miranda Frost as his lady, who's another special agent. But she chooses, when pushed to choose between James Bond and Gustav Graves, she chooses Gustav Graves, and then, spoiler alert, they die together. And I was like, you know, I keep coming, this is hands down the James Bond movie I've watched the most in my life. I was born approximately in 1993. And part of why it's so good is, like, you know, the main characters don't end up with their women, and this is one where they end up happily ever after, as in they die together. And I'm like, that's like, and they're like a fit, and they're both loyal to each other, and it's like, I'm just like, they did something right in a James Bond movie in love, you know, and that stuck with me. And I was watching, and I was just like, yeah, he's such a good bad guy, and she's such a good bad girl, like, so I still feel that way. So, and when I was growing up, I was like watching it, and I was like, if I'm not too late, whoever takes my virginity, you know, I want a Gustav Graves, not a James Bond. Which, you know, like, I was a swimmer, and like this came out and stuff, and I was watching it 2004, 2005, and I was like, you know, like, I want a Russian swimmer, not like Michael Phelps, to take my virginity. And I was like, and, you know, 2007, and there'd be others, and like a Norwegian in, you know, and that kind of stuff, and it played out, at least in sleepwalking mode, victoriously for me. I'm a high. I hope I'm not hitting it in that vulnerable heartbeat part. But it's not there's like a vulnerable place in the heartbeat and heart rhythm where if like it's hit by a softball or baseball or something, a person can die. I'm like, so, but this isn't a baseball. I hope. Okay. And then last thing, how to check in on my dad after I moved in with my soulmates, inspired by Gustav Graves, checking on Miranda Frost, and vice versa. Something that might work at multiple times per week frequency, bringing over fresh food for him to check out whether he keeps it or not, such as produce, bread, and eggs. Maybe on Thursdays we do a discussion of the sermons we saw the past Sunday and make a guess about what might happen the upcoming Sunday sermon. Flexible format. So for our meeting, we could be a meal, making a recipe like a baked good, or I guess the tasting, if we've made something, sharing, excuse me. Could be talking while helping on a project or yard work. And then when I'm in Italy, maybe Wednesday call, morning for him, a Wednesday call, a morning for him, afternoon/evening for me. So I've been thinking about it. Like, you know, love. There's soulmate love, but there's also family love. And then anything else, it's just well done. This is one, it has fencing and sword fighting. Fencing escalates to sword fighting, but it has fencing in it. And that's like, yeah, it's well done. So that's my movie notes on Die Another Day, 2002 film, 11 April 2025 viewing.